Good afternoon and welcome back to Tungsten Tales and Darts Daily. I believe we're now at episode 18 of Darts Daily. It's been a really positive start to the year here on Tungsten Tales, and thank you to all of you that have tuned in to the episodes, whether that be live on our TikTok channels or over on the YouTube channel. It really appreciate all the support that you've given us on this series and on the channel over the last couple of years that have seen some really big growth. So we're here today to preview night 2 of the Premier League up in Glasgow at the Hydro Arena. As Luke Humphries, who is currently at the summit of the Premier League, looks to continue his unbeaten run on the television. He was beaten in midweek on those Pro Tour events, but after a successful run at the PDC World Masters and in night 1 over in Belfast, he's looking to continue all that good form this time around. The world number 1 and now former world champion Humphries will kick off his campaign against Chris Dobey in the opening round, and I'll give my predictions in just a minute, but we'll run through those first round games. First of all, so it'll be Humphries against Dobey. Nathan Aspinall will play Gerwyn Price, who got his season off to a flyer just yesterday, defeating Chris Dobey in the final of Players Championship 2. He faces Nathan Aspinall in tomorrow night's Glasgow quarter-final. Michael van Gerwen takes on the now former Masters champion Stephen Bunting, and Rob Cross, a Pro Tour winner this year already, takes on the reigning world champion Luke Humphries. So we'll run through some of my predictions now for you, starting at the top of the draw with Rob Cross and Luke Littler. I expect Littler to get through this one. His form on the PDC Pro Tour has been pretty poor, it has to be said. A third round on Monday afternoon and fourth round yesterday, but his TV form has been excellent so far this season, even if the results haven't quite followed, and I do expect him to get the job done over Rob Cross. Michael van Gerwen, he takes on Stephen Bunting, and we know how much Michael van Gerwen likes a crack at Luke Littler, and to do that he'll have to beat Stephen Bunting, and I have him down to do that tomorrow night in Glasgow. In the bottom half of the draw, you've got Nathan Aspinall and Gerwyn Price. The form points towards Gerwyn Price, though I do think this will be a really close game. Aspinall has been producing some good darts on the TV stages, but I will, after the win yesterday afternoon, I will go Gerwyn Price to defeat Nathan Aspinall. And then the final quarter-final fixture, Luke Humphries against Chris Dobey. We'll go with Luke Humphries. Obviously missed yesterday's Pro Tour, turned 30 yesterday, so happy birthday to the world number 1 Luke Humphries. And I do have him to defeat Chris Dobey, despite maybe a slight lack of preparation in the final quarterfinal. Moving on to those semi-final matchups, which will be Luke Littler and Michael van Gerwen. And Gerwyn Price and Luke Humphries will start at the bottom of the draw, and I will go Gerwyn Price to defeat Luke Humphries, having not got his eye in as such on that Tuesday afternoon, and with Gerwyn Price playing as good a darts as we've seen him play in quite some time. I think Gerwyn Price, a TV title, whether that just be a Premier League light or one of those big major events, is just round the corner for Gerwyn Price, and I think it maybe could be tonight over in Glasgow, tomorrow night, over in Glasgow, and I do think he has a real chance of beating Luke Humphries, so I'm going to pick him to beat Cool Hand on night 2 and make the final. In the top half of the draw, Luke Littler. Revenge will be on the mind of Luke Littler after last week's loss to Michael van Gerwen in what was an absolutely sensational quarter-final in a repeat of the PDC World Championship final. Van Gerwen obviously absent from the Pro Tours earlier in the week, spending time with his family. Luke Littler playing both of them and returning on Thursday night in Glasgow. I expect him to get the job done, but I do think it will be another barn burner of a tie, with Luke Littler making the final and taking on Gerwyn Price. Now, if I was pushed for a prediction in that final, I would go Gerwyn Price. The form is with Gezi at the moment. If you look down the average lists from Tuesday afternoon, he was in and around that 100 mark all the way through If he wasn't tipping over the 100 mark, they were 98, 99 averages. And although Luke Littler may be able to average more than that, there are certainly some concerns about the form that he has showed on the floor. Let's hope that doesn't cross further towards those TV stages and he continues where he left off in Belfast last week. So for me, Gerwyn Price, the pick to get it done in Glasgow. We'll run through the standings as they stand at the moment, which Luke Humphries is, of course, top of, joined by Chris Dobie in second place with Michael Van Gerwen and Rob Cross making up those playoff spots. Luke Littler yet to get off the mark, as is Gerwyn Price, Stephen Bunting and Nathan Aspinall currently. We'll have all the reaction and all the breaking stories over on our social media channels from the Premier League in Glasgow tomorrow night. So don't forget to hit subscribe on the YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media to keep up to date with the Premier League as things happen. Thank you very much for tuning in once again here on TikTok or on YouTube if you're watching, and we'll see you very, very soon.